Hey, everybody, it's Terry Wildemann here with SHIFTology Live. As you know, I'm an intuitive success navigator, and I love bringing great guests to you that are intuitive. They're all about success, but they're all about heart. And today, our guests will not disappoint. I am so happy to have Amy Tedesco on with us. And she's going to be sharing some really wonderful things about who she is and what she does in the world. So, Amy, can you give us a short 30-second intro to who it is that you are?
Sure. Thank you so much for the invitation, Terry. So, who I am, I call myself a build your best life coach and retreat leader, and actually green living expert too. And what I do is I typically work with women and a few heart centered men, and I help them build their best life, often starting with a vision board, but then in three different types of coaching and mentoring programs that I'm launching: one on harmonious relationships, one on startup businesses for those that feel called to share a gift or passion, and the area that I really specialize in is around health and greening up your life. And so that's the third one. And then, as I was telling you in our chat earlier, I have a different set of things that I also do in the summertime. Since I live on an organic farm in Vermont, I lead these very unique food and farm tours. And we have a farm immersion program that's a nonprofit that helps people who are looking to get into some aspect of farming. And the retreats happen on the farm in the summertime.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So, Amy, at this very moment, you're the most important person in my world. So,
Thank
I'm
you.
curious, what about what you do lights up the world?
I love that question. And I also love that your backdrop has this beautiful light shining. Um, so, so my answer to that is I feel like when I help clients build their best life, what I'm really doing is helping them tap into that soul part of them that we all have and bring forth what it is that they're meant to do. So a lot of us know what we think we're supposed to be doing, but we actually have a purpose or a mission that's bigger than that. And so that's the area that I love to connect with clients on, is really helping them create that best life. And that can be in, any number of topics, whether it's, creating a business or improving their relationships or really, improving their health and whatever else they need to coaching on.
So I'm curious, Amy, you're talking about your business, and I'm curious about you personally.
Okay.
What lights you up?
Having really authentic conversations, usually they're around some sort of topic of spirituality. I love breaking through to the next level, whatever that is, whether it's in business, whether it's in a personal life situation, whether it's about manifesting. Um, I find that, I don't know if you've noticed this to be true, but it seems like things are speeding up very much
Yes.
so, right? And
Yes.
so it's kind of like, okay, what's next? What I'm going to follow the curiosity and see, what am I supposed to be doing next? How do I share this in a bigger way? How do I get the word out? Excuse me. And that really seems to be where I enjoy spending my time the most, and in nature.
So how did you get into this? How did you get into growing in an organic farm? How did you end up in Vermont? How
That's a
did you
great
go to
question.
this space?
Well, it's such an unusual path for me because I actually grew up in New York City, of all places. I totally
Concrete
felt like a
jungle.
plant out of place. That was not the kind of environment that I was going to thrive in. And I knew that from a pretty young age. So I had dreams of living in a beautiful landscape. And it was kind of between California and Vermont. And I felt like Vermont was a lot easier with a lot less weather challenges and,
Mhm.
people and pollution. Um, and when I was 13, I took the adult S training. I don't know if you heard of S in the
Oh,
70s. It was a
yes.
very,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
Werner Erhard's
Yeah.
personal growth. That was life changing for me. And so between realizing from that experience and a whole bunch of workshops after that, that I was responsible for creating my own life, that's what I went about doing. And so one of my big dreams was, like I said, living in a beautiful landscape. I really wanted to live on a farm. And so I love growing things, even, whether it was on a sunny windowsill in my apartment, or when I moved to Massachusetts after living in New York, I kept trying to find places to plant things. And now I have this incredible 40-acre, place that we live on, and I don't do most of the growing. My partner Dave does, but I have my own gardens.
Wow.
So that's
So how did you make the shift
so
from
that's a really interesting
Massachusetts
question.
to Vermont, from the
Yeah,
concrete jungle to Vermont? What
right.
was the key that made the shift for you?
Getting clear on what I wanted and putting it out to the universe. And that can be in the form of a vision board, or, what I call like an order form to the universe. But for me, it's really getting clear about what I want, knowing that it's possible, and then taking strategic action steps to make it happen. So at that time, I was married to somebody else, and I convinced him that Vermont was the place that we needed to go. And he bought it and loved it for the time that we were together up here. And yeah, so I mean, that just seems like how I go about life is I get clear on something that I know sort of intuitively I want, and then create a path to getting there.
Brilliant. And you're pretty much setting up the steps for law of attraction.
Exactly.
Knowing what you want, but you're not sitting back and waiting for it to come to you. You
Correct.
are taking inspired action
That's the
to
key.
attract what it is that you want. And that's
Exactly.
what I found is the missing step that a lot of law of attraction trainers miss.
I agree with you.
It's in helping people take the steps necessary to be able to attract, or not to attract, to be able to
Manifest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is that they want to attract.
Agreed.
And you can sit on the couch all day long, but if you don't take action and listen to those intuitive hits.
Exactly. And then there's another new piece that I've put into my vision board experience, which is putting the message, this or something better. Because I feel like sometimes we're not necessarily aware of how big something can be, how, where we might go if we take any limits off of ourselves. And so we go for the first thing that we think of, but that's why I feel like it's really a great idea to put in this or something better, because there might be something even bigger waiting for us out there that we're not aware of yet.
This or something better is absolutely huge. And the other phrase that I love to say is, success is my only option.
Ooh, I like that too.
My coach is the one who drilled that into my head.
I like that.
That success is my only option. And for those of us who are Abraham Hicks followers,
I am.
Yes, I listen to Abraham every single day,
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
2, 3, 4 times a day.
That's awesome.
Depending on how challenging the day is.
Yeah.
Keep me grounded. One of the things that he talks about is, oh my gosh, just went right out of my head. Well, it's about getting tuned and tapped in and turned on. That's
right.
One of his phrases.
Yes.
Oh, geez, all of a sudden it just went right out of my head with the phrase.
I'm sure it'll come back.
It'll come back.
Success is the only option you were going with, and then you started talking about Abraham Hicks. It must be something related to success.
That's right. Everything goes right for me.
There we go. Perfect.
Everything goes right for me. And especially last week, we had a situation with technology, and I just sat there going, success is my own, and I'm rocking. Success is my only option. Everything goes right for me. But here's the key. I wasn't feeling it.
That's
and that vibration piece. And folks, those of you who love law of attraction, you got 2 law of attraction junkies here.
Yes.
It is about the vibration.
Absolutely.
You must feel it. You can say success is my only option until the cows come home. You can say everything.
And if you don't believe it, right, that creates an immediate block.
And it's not, and to me, it goes even beyond believing. For me, it's about feeling it in your body.
Exactly. That emotion.
Yeah, it's emotion. So Amy,
totally.
We have just a few seconds left.
Yes.
Please share with folks how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. So I have a website, catalystforchangecoach.com. It's a bit of a mouthful, catalystforchangecoach.com. And that's probably the best place. And I'm also on LinkedIn.
Very, very nice. Well, Amy, thank you so much for being here today. This was
a
lot of fun. It was impromptu, talk about law of attraction and manifesting.
Indeed.
And folks, I'm your host, Terry Wildemann. Please remember, happy hour with Terry is this afternoon at 3:30 Eastern Standard. We do it Eastern Daylight, I should say. We do happy hour with Terry twice a month, and it's a wonderful networking and conversation opportunity. So happyhourwithterry.com. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very